staring contest right now. Russell Cage.
So it's real standoff.
He stares off to the sides. He doesn't look straight on like we do.
Yeah, he cheats a bit with the staring contest. Rob Hope is back. OWL Rehab Society. This is the beautiful bald eagle. Tell us about the beautiful plumage.
Yeah, that's right. This is Sansi. He's our bald eagle. He's 15 years old. He's originally from the Yukon, and he was basically raised by humans and was unfortunately unable to go back to the wild.
And I'm like mesmerized by the beauty of the bird itself. And we wanted to bring you on because last week with the Brackendale Annual Eagle Count, on average, this was down from what was expected. What does that kind of tell us?
Well, the numbers fluctuate, and they have over the years, and a lot of it is food supply. As long as the food is there, the birds will be there. A lot depends on the life cycle of the salmon. And of course, later on in the season with the high water, a lot of those carcasses that they would normally feed on will be washed out out of the main tributaries, and then of course access is limited for the amount of food they can get there, so then they move on usually to landfills or transfer stations for a secondary food source till around February, end of February, and then the adults will start breaking off to go back to the breeding grounds.
So high water a factor too. Well, listen, you brought two gorgeous eagles for us today, because after the break, bald eagle versus the golden eagle, what is the big difference between the two?
The big difference is the beak and the feathering, as well as the feet, are different on the two. Coloring of a juvenile bald eagle can be quite similar to a golden, and oftentimes is mistaken.
Okay, so we're going to learn more about the golden eagle. We'll take a quick time out. We'll bring the golden eagle in and learn about the great work being done by the OWL Rehab Society. Stay tuned. What's this one's name, by the way?
Sansi.
Sansi.
Yeah.
Sansi. Beautiful wake up at Cypress Lookout this morning. We'll hear from Greg Harper, who is there. Many photographers trying to get a beautiful shot of our city. And we're back here in studio. If you've been watching, Rob Hope from the OWL Rehab Society has been hanging out with us. We had the bald eagle before, and now this gorgeous golden eagle. And the thing I asked you is, how do you establish the bond? Because the golden eagles, they're built for killing, yeah?
Oh, that's right. Yep. They basically, it's a mutual respect between the two. The golden eagle is a far superior hunter to a bald eagle. Their feet are built differently, as well as the beak on a golden eagle is quite short and stout compared to the balds, which is longer and thicker. And to tell the difference between the two, basically the golden eagle has feathers that come right down to the foot, whereas bald eagles will have capri pants. The feathers only come 3/4 of the way down. And that, of course, is because the balds spend more time in the water, and the goldens are built for insulation because they're found in the interior, north, basically where it's cold and snowy.
So how did you guys come upon the golden eagle at the society?
Pygar was sent to us from Fort St. James 9 years ago. And unfortunately, he had a broken wing. His left wing was broken. And we sent him to the vet. Unfortunately, it couldn't be repaired, so an amputation was done. And he's been part of our education program for 9 years now. And he's at the facility, and at open houses we can see him, and he does do some education as well.
I want you to be completely honest, because as I'm watching the feet on Pygar, what is the sensation with your hand just holding this eagle?
He's got more grip than the baldy. Again, they're built differently. The halix, or the rear talon on these birds, is far superior, and the gripping power is far superior too. The golden eagle will take everything from wolves to coyotes to deer,
wow,
to pretty well anything and everything. Mountain sheep, mountain goats.
Yeah.
They're a far superior predator than the bald eagle is.
So most common location in locally to get a sighting of the golden eagles?
There is one that sometimes comes down here into the Delta area in the winter, but for the most part they're in the interior and farther north. We don't see a lot here, especially in the lower mainland and Fraser Valley.
Rare sighting. And what about the landfill factor for some of these eagles? How is that impacting the sightings and populations?
The bald eagles, of course, will thrive now that the salmon runs are done and they're looking for secondary food sources. Landfills and transfer stations are second best. There's ample supplies of seagulls, food scraps. Some areas are hunting ducks and rats. So the secondary food source is very important. And they'll fill up till February, maybe the end of February, and then the adults will start moving back to the breeding grounds, and the cycle will continue.
What's he trying to say right now?
I don't know, and I don't want to know.
I'm just going to step away from Pygar. This is awesome. A great chance to learn with the OWL Rehab Society. Rob, terrific to have you on once again. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much for having us.
Okay, we'll take a break. We'll stay on Pygar.